Hey guys, I'm going to do another movie review for you. This time I'm going to review a movie called Hard Rain, which I watched last night with a friend of mine. This is an action movie from the 90s, starring Morgan Freeman and Christian Slater. The town they're in is flooding, and I don't really know why. I mean, the weather, yeah, but like they're circumventing through the dam kind of. Um, Anyways, the town is flooding, so Christian Slater is an armored car driver, and he is. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just terrible at explaining plots. Basically, he's trying to he's getting all the money with his partner and trying to drive it out the town. And Morgan Freeman and a gang of his fellow cronies are trying to steal it. The first thing I say about Hard Rain is really excellent production values. Like holy shit, all the flooding looked amazing, and like a really great kind of set piece in terms of like a flooded town. Um, you know, just like it was made for a really cool kind of set piece, and it looked really fantastic as well. In terms of just like being able to boat around in this flooded town. And I was watching it and I was like, that must have cost a shit ton to do it. And I heard it bombed at the box office, so and I know it was originally called The Flood as well, but I think Hard Rain's probably, I mean, it's a better title, not a good title though, but it's better than The Flood. Because it's kind of a disaster film, but it's not really, it's an action movie in a disaster film. More an action movie in my mind. Then you've got, yeah, well, Hard Rain is just an action, 90s action cheeseball fest. Um, and, they're going to be spoilers. It came out in 98. Who cares? So the movie, there's sort of, it's, the movie, not really, like a lot happens in it. You kind of, it's a decent action movie. And there's some really cool stuff, like, goes on in it, but it's not really a lot, like, yeah, not a lot happens in terms of plot. And then you've got Minnie Driver gets involved somehow, and Betty Davis pops up because why not? She's Betty Davis, um, which I think is kind of funny that she's in there. But the funny thing I think about the movie is that like basically Morgan Freeman's after the money, and you don't know why, and that's my one of my problems with the movie that sort of kind of resonates throughout the movie is like you don't really know much about the guys who are stealing the money. There's no, one is it's from briefly that one is a teacher, and then one quotes the Bible. I would have liked a little more backstory on the bad guys, and but then yeah, so there's not really any motivation for them. Morgan Freeman just wants the money. That's it. That's what kind of he just says throughout the movie. I want the money. We could turn around now, but there's a lot of money in there, and I want that money. That's there. And Christian Slater, once things have gone a bit shit, he's hid the money somewhere, so they're after him to try and get the money. And then the local police get involved, and they're helping Christian Slater. But then, like, about halfway through the movie, they just decide to turn evil for no reason. Like, what? I mean, like, they're like, that's a lot of money. And I think, I'm going to have that money. Hang on. Where did this come from? You were the nice guy sheriff a minute ago. And suddenly now they're just, it's like, let's be evil. It's the cool thing to do. And that was one of my big problems with the movie. Don't have a problem with the sheriff going evil if there was actually some sort of like motivation or something threaded in the first half of the film where you're sort of like, oh, well, that makes sense. That's why he's turned evil. But no. Um, and so then Christian Slater kind of teams up with Morgan Freeman to defeat the now evil for no reason sheriff. And Morgan Freeman kind of he still wants the money, but he's kind of turning a bit more good. And of course, you want Christian Slater teaming up with Morgan Freeman. I feel like maybe there was some studio interference going. Guys, can we have something a bit more exciting happen in the second half? And then it's like, oh, all right, Sheriff turns evil, yeah. You know, um, but you want Christian Slater teaming up with Morgan Freeman because he's fucking Morgan Freeman. But what I was thinking was, I was like, well, why not just you have Morgan Freeman play the sheriff, so the sheriff just stays good throughout the whole film. That the second half he can team up with the sheriff, who's Morgan Freeman, and then Randy Quaid, I think it was, who played the sheriff, can just be the bad guy, the leader of the bad guys, um, and just be evil throughout the whole film. And I did think that it was a shame that all the side bad guys, Morgan Freeman's teammates, got killed off so early. Like the teacher and the other guy and the Bible guy. you know, because they got kind of killed off in the first half. But there was a great chase of on I forgot what they're called actually. On I can't remember what they're called. Anyways, there's a great chase on those. I'm lost. I actually can't remember what they're called. In a mini school, a middle school, that's been obviously flooded because the whole town's flooded, and that was a cool chase. And there's a great sequence in a church where they drive a boat through a church. So it's a really cool set piece and a good idea. I just would have liked to have known why the town's flooding, and like where are they as well, and why does the sheriff turn evil? Yeah, Minnie Driver didn't get a lot to do, did she? Really, she was just sort of there to be rescued and sort of. And I suppose she did rescue Christian Slater, but still, it was just sort of like, she didn't really do a lot in the film. Although the way the bad guy, well, the sheriff gets killed in the end is pretty historical. Like a boat, kind of. Morgan Freeman drives a boat up like a sunken house, and it goes like that, and he kind of misses Randy Quaid, the sheriff. But then the thing on the back, you know, the like propeller thing with the I don't know. Again, I don't know what they're called, but like he goes whoosh, whoosh, smacks him in the face, and it goes flying into the water, and then he kind of comes up again like and then they just shoot the shit out of him. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, there are spoilers, so you know. I heard there might have been a different ending somewhere. I don't know how true that is. I read it on the IMDb forums, so you know. But yeah, it was a fun action movie to watch, and it was, you know, it's enjoyable with some friends, and you can sort of enjoy / make fun of it a little bit. Um, you know, that's what's fun about those silly 90s action movies. You can enjoy them, but you can make fun of them at the same time. It's actually not a bad made like movie. It's well made. It's not, you know, one of those crap Jean-Claude Van Damme so bad it's good, but you can sort of make fun of it along the way. It's just production value wise, it's amazing. Like all the flooding and stuff looks brilliant. Yeah, I just wish there could have been a little more. Um, yeah, and some of the I don't know, the characters just aren't very good, are they? Just not, and there's sort of a revelation about halfway through that like uh, Christian Slate's partner who gets killed at the beginning of the film was actually working with Morgan Freeman, which just doesn't really seem like. I'm just kind of like, what's the point? And like, and the only reason seems to be that for that is so they can have an excuse for the National Guard not to come. Like, it's like, yeah, why hasn't the National Guard arrived yet? And it's like, well, because he was working with us, surprise. But we accidentally killed him because I didn't tell my teammates. Like, why the fuck didn't you tell your teammates? Like, oh, by the way, one of the guys driving the armored, car is working with us, so don't shoot him, please. But no, Morgan Freeman with his dangly earring just can't learn. So that's Hard Rain. Yeah, I'd recommend it for a sort of a no-brainer night in. Yeah. Okay, that's been my review of Hard Rain. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video, whatever that may be, as always.
Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Yeah, bitches.